Hello and welcome back to Tron Sports Fever. Thank you very much for joining me in this episode. And before we get on to this episode, let's go over what we did last time out. Last time out, I believe we were working on freight lines. And we got ourselves this lovely train here. As you can see, look at how nice that train is. Look at that. We've got some Pennsylvania Railroad coaches right here, followed by a few New York Centrals, another Pennsylvania Railroad. What's this? Northwestern. I don't think that one should really be here, but that's okay. We've got some Reading coaches, more Pennsylvania Railroad ones, naturally, because we are on the Pennsylvania Railroad. Maybe I should have added a few CN coaches, because, I mean, Canada is, well, just there, isn't it? Just that way. So we could have added a few more of those, but there we go. So we started adding a couple of these. So we added one of them. Autosave. I should have waited to start until after that autosave. And we had... Where's the other train? There you are. We had this train over here, which, as you can see, is taking some containers now. This is awesome because this thing loads up with various different types. This is a Pennsylvania Railroad flat cars, and these are brilliant because they can carry a whole bunch of stuff. So you can see at the moment it's carrying 64 tools, but it's going to come back with steel and wood that is waiting up here in Sault Ste. Marie. Look at that, we've got a whole bunch waiting. Now, interestingly enough, this could come in handy for various reasons, but I'm not sure if it's a good idea to have this stop in Chicago the way we have this one stopping over in Chicago. I don't really know. But anyway, we're not going to be doing that in this episode. In this episode, we're not going to be looking at the freight lines over here. What we are going to be doing is we're going to start preparing our massive switch. It's 1942. We're going to start preparing the switch to having the tracks in the way we want them to be. So we've got two tracks, which is naturally just going to be up and down. They're absolutely fine. So you can see here that goes south, and that one will be going north. We're going to call this the down up. That's how we're going to refer to it. So we're always going to start from, let's see, I need a convention here. Yeah, I suppose we could say down up. So whatever is on the left hand side will be the down lines, and whatever's on the right is going to be the up. So what we're going to be doing is going to be rather interesting. We're going to actually do across America, across the United States, we're going to have down, down, up, up. However, in Canada, we're going to make this a little bit difficult for ourselves. In Canada, it's not going to be down, down, up, up. It's going to be up, down, or down, up, whichever way you want to have it. And that's going to be, so Thunder Bay, Sault Ste. Marie, Sudbury, which obviously I still need to build up, Ottawa and Toronto are going to be serviced in a different way to how the rest of America is going to be serviced, which is going to make it rather interesting, especially as coming out of Sault Ste. Marie, this is going to be, well, actually it's two tracks, so it doesn't really matter. But we're going to have it do a few interesting things over here. So let us prepare. We're going to start by sorting out, where should we sort out first? The easiest place to sort out for us maybe, I think the easiest place to sort out for us is going to be this Green Bay, the first run from Green Bay to Milwaukee to Sault Ste. Marie. That's probably going to be the easiest one for us to sort out because it's two tracks most of the way. So we just need to just double check and make sure that's going to be running fine, and it's two track all the way to here, and that's going to be running absolutely fine. What we're going to do though, you see how the the Can-Am Express comes all the way to Milwaukee. We're actually going to be getting rid of the Can-Am Express. Let's actually bring that up like so. The Can-Am Express is no longer going to be stopping at Milwaukee. It's going to be stopping only in Chicago. We're going to make these platforms dedicated Can-Am Express platforms. So this ought to be pretty good. So we're going to get rid of that and get rid of that. Right. Station 6 and 1 are not connected. What do you mean they're not connected? Of course they're connected. How could they not be connected? No, that's Grand Rapids. I've gone to the wrong place. Here's Fort Wayne. So from Fort Wayne, we're going Chicago to Fort Wayne. Stations 1 and 2 are not connected. Could not connect all stations. Right, we need to... I tell you what, we'll adjust that. There we go. Like so, okay. Alright, now we've got ourselves our Can-Am train. Now don't forget, we're going to have to fix this. We've got 6 lines here. We're actually going to have to work out how these lines are going to go, because it's going to be, like I said, up, up, down, down. But we have 6 lines over this section, which I'm kind of starting to regret. I might actually just use 4 of those 6 lines as opposed to all 6. I think I might just do that. But we need to work out exactly where this went wrong. So this is currently incorrect. You know what? I should have done the St. Louis run first, because the St. Louis run would have been a lot easier to get right. But that's okay. We will work this out one step at a time. Right, here we are, here we are, here we are. It's because there is no crossover here. That's fine. Let's do it. Let's get our crossover in. Like so. Nice diamond crossing, as one would what? No. Come on. No. No. Well, you're not doing all too well, are you? That's okay, because we can technically would be fine to put it into Terminal 2. There we go. Fantastic. Right, we'll do that. And where's our signal for this? Our signal is here to come into the station. Perhaps we bring the signal all the way up, right up to the station, right up to here. Let's do that. So we'll add a new signal in. Now we're going to start getting a mixture of signals as well, so we only need a 2-aspect signal here. Can I find a 2-aspect signal? Used as a normal path signal to regulate traffic or as a one-way signal. Now let's just go for a standard, not road crossing. A single See, I don't know what these searchlight signals are. If anyone knows American railroads, that would be very helpful. Here we go, that's what I want. Like so. And then, where's the other signal? As a matter of fact, a train can fit in here. But I do want to get rid of that signal there. And I will bring that signal back to here, as a matter of fact. That's what I'm going to do. Here we go. I'm bringing that signal back up to there. I just need to check back down the ways to make sure the signals are okay. We've got a signal there, that's absolutely fine. And we've got a signal there, that works fine for me. Okay, so we've done that, that's good. We've got our first setup for the Can-Am is brought back. Therefore, over here we've only got 2 lines running, which is good. Or 2, it's technically 3 lines, but we're going to call it 2 lines. We've got 2 ups and 2 downs. That's absolutely fine for us. Right. Next up, wow, these guys are really, they've decided to grow their buildings all the way out here, haven't they? That's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. That's what I wanted as well. I wanted them to start growing it out here, because I'm going to actually see if I can connect this further up and have that entire area build up. I mean, that is getting very close to being connected. I have no doubt that give it another 8 to 10 years and that will all become, at least that section will be connected, whilst this section will still be building up. But this section will certainly be connected, and possibly, just possibly, this section might start bringing up some sort of connection. Anyway, that's not what we're focusing on in this episode. Right, so we've done that. Now, what do we need to sort out here? So we said it's going, what was it? Up, up, down, down, wasn't it? No, it's up, down. Let's do up, down, because these are already set up down, up, down. Might be easier to keep it as up, down, up, down. The difference is which one's going to be express and which one. Because what we're going to do is we're going to have stopping services in the middle and express services on the sides. Or better still, we can go for our up, down, down, but all that has to happen after here. So because this is a station approach right here, so everyone's going to swing over onto their right platforms. This is going to be a right mess. This is going to be an absolute mess. So let's open up any routes that are going to be affected. Any of the affected routes here are going to be open. What's with the double on everything? Don't know. Let's get rid of this. Oh, it's because I had... Okay, that's fine. So we need to open up. At the moment, we're looking for the Philadelphia Madison route. We're looking for the 20th Century Limited and the Can-Am Express. They're the ones I'm worried about at the moment. Okay, and they're going to... So we're going to be able to manage that all the way to Fort Wayne. And then we'll be able to manage another one to Detroit. Obviously, we're going to add another route here where the Detroit route is. I'm not sure what route exactly. Actually, I do know what route. It's going to be an interesting one, but I do know what route we're going to add. I've already thought of it. Yep, I've already thought of it. That's going to be pretty good. Hopefully, you guys have left comments from the other things that I've asked, and we will be obviously in a couple of episodes. I'll be looking at that. I do record these about 4 days in advance, 3 days in advance for some of them, so I have to wait for them to be obviously received so I can have a look at the comments and then work from there. Right, okay, so we've got our 6 platforms here because all trains are going to be stopping in Detroit. That's the idea. All trains stop in Detroit. So what I need to do, I need to really think this. I need to think through massively. You're going to see an entire thought process here. It's not going to be a lot of work, but it's going to be a lot of thinking. So all the trains are coming out of the stations over here. They've gone from route to route. This one swapped right. Okay, what if, let's do one route at a time. Up, up, down, down. Now this one stops in Fort Wayne. I'm thinking of having it not stop in Fort Wayne as soon as the other one comes along. So for now, we want it stopping on this platform and that platform. Right, okay. Okay, I am understanding where this difficulty is going to come in. And therefore, it needs to be running on the 2 outer routes. Okay, let's start up in Toronto and get it on the... What we need is we need it out on this line. That's how it's going to have to work. Yep, this is where we need to do it. Right. So, it's come out of here. Absolutely fine. This is not a problem because it's only 2 track. 2 track, 2 track. That's fine. It's at this point here we need to have it swap over onto this track. Okay, that's how we're going to begin. So we'll get ourselves some standard tracks. We will be doing track upgrades soon. So it's come around this corner and I need it to, essentially I need it to do that. It's going to make it a little bit ugly. It's not going to look the absolute best. Unless I were to do this. We've got 2 tracks peeling off. What if... Yeah, let's try this. Let's try this. Ah, that doesn't want to do that at all. Right, okay, let me do a short section. And now just follow along. Nope. Doesn't want to do that. Wait, it did... No, collision. Okay. Alright. What if I were to... I need to work out how to do this. What if I were to peel it off from here? There we go. Doesn't mind that, does it? Right, okay, so let's get as close as we possibly can. I mean, that's fairly close, and that's still fairly high speed. Can we get any closer? We can get that close. That actually works. There we go. And it likes that. Fantastic. Alright, and then we'll take the next one. So this one over here. Construction not whoa, whoa, whoa. Why is construction not possible on this? It's as if it doesn't even recognize that there is a second track. Alright, let's try it from back here. No, it's as if it doesn't recognize another track. But I could do this, and again that means that I can... Oop. There we go. It's not ideally the kind of split that I want. See, I know what sort of split I want on it. Oh, hang on. That would do. There we go, that'll do. That will do pretty nicely. So now all we need to do is connect it up to here. So we've got this curve going around. Alright, so what we need to do is we need to work out how to smooth... We want to smooth this off, I suppose. I know this side is going to stay where it is, but... Is there a... 56 miles an hour? I mean, it's not going to be doing that speed at all by that point, but... I want to see if I can... No, I think 56 might be the fastest I can get out of this. 70, that's no good. No. I know exactly what I want, but I don't think I can get it. Unless... Oh, see, that's going to be rather... That's ugly. That's rather unpleasant to look at. Come on. Somebody... There we go. Okay, here we go. 70 miles an hour through it. I'll take it. I will take that, like so. Which should, in effect, allow a second one. Which is... Whoa! What? How is that 35? No, hang on. Hold your horses. Why is that 35? Don't tell me that is... Alright, you know what? Let's demolish this and bring this back. Like so. Let's get ourselves a better run. 62 and 75. Okay. Good. Like that. Like that. And now... Why is it saying construction not possible? I mean, I don't understand exactly what's causing the issue here. Is it the curve? Is it the curve itself that's causing an issue? I think it might be. I honestly think it might be the curve. Look, that... Maybe that's the best I've got. 56 miles an hour. Alright, well, let's just do that. Maybe I can clean that up later. At least that keeps the speed over here instead of that 35 mile an hour dip. Alright, so there we go. So now we've got that section. That means that the Toronto train can now go this side, the Can-Am. So that's fantastic. I'm also going to signal it up in the exact same way, but I'm going to use 3 aspect signals here. Wow, they're quite small compared to, well, yes, of course, semaphores are rather big. What's with the red being, well, okay, fine. I'm not sure what it is with the red being there. So what was it supposed to be? Up, up, down, down, wasn't it? So really, I need this one to be signaled like so. So it's actually going to be, the signals are going to be that way. This is going to be really interesting. It really is going to be interesting. You can see that signal quite clearly. That's okay. The changes that I'm making here, it's just going to be, it's going to be a nightmare, honestly. Let's put the other signals just here. But that's what this is all about. That's what this Transport Fever season is about. The next season is going to also have something similar. It's going to be actually even more of a nightmare in the next season, except we're going to try and get things like this set up from the very beginning, for the simple reason is that I want to avoid the huge nightmare that is resignaling and changing lines over. Right, what if I were to bring a train right the way up here? Would that... No, you know what? I don't want to do that, just in case we end up with trains bunching up too much. Right, what do we have over here? Currently, we have a whole bunch of signals. Are there any other trains that run down this route? No. Okay, so we're going to demolish that signal and that signal. We're going to leave those two signals for now as to where they're running. And then we're going to add up that one and that one there. Obviously on the opposite side we are going to be changing signals over as well. So now that allows the train to go all the way. So now the train can come into Fort Wayne correctly. Is it going to need another signal to stop here? No, because I'm going to put the signal to stop over here. That's where I'm going to put the signal to stop. Right. Because this is an express train, I'm going to put a signal for the stopping service here, but not for the express service. Yes, that makes complete sense. So that means we're only going to have a single signal there. Right, fantastic. And we're going to have a signal here. Alright, is there a signal back here I need to worry about? No. That's fantastic, that's going well. Alright. And then this is going to need to swap over. Ah, right, okay. Which way are we supposed to be going? Oh, I've got this all the wrong way, haven't I? Ah, right. Okay. I've got this all the wrong way. Let's go again. It's supposed to be that way. That's still going to need a signal there. That means that these signals are the wrong way. I bet you somebody knew this, didn't they? Somebody knew. It's supposed to be this way. That's the way it's meant to be. Right, the trains are going along that side. I was thinking British, and British, on the British railways, we drive on the left, just like the roads. So it's going to be going in that way, that way. These signals are wrong. I mean, technically I could leave them in just in case, but they are wrong. And I'd rather not have everything just mess up. So that signal, so we need a signal, let's put a signal here and a signal here. There we go. You knew, didn't you? Somebody knew that I was doing this wrong. Right there and there. Okay, now we're doing this right. And then it's going to split off and we're okay to have a signal. I'd say let's put a signal on this one so the express can always go in without having to wait. Right, yes, okay, fantastic. Now we can sort this out. So to Toronto it's done, to Detroit it's done, to Fort Wayne it is done. That's the line we want. Yep, it's done to Fort Wayne. We can bring it in all the way. This is good. And this is where we need to have our swaps, I suppose. So do I need it to go? No, we're going to leave it on this track until this point here. There we go. And then we're going to swap it over. So only this side needs to go right the way across at 50 miles an hour. Sounds good. Well, that's a 36 mile an hour one. 50. There we go. There's 50 right there. No, right. Okay. So we've done that much. Now I need to make sure that... Yeah, what are you doing? Obviously, the Philadelphia Madison has decided, hey, I'm gonna go mess up, but that's okay. We're going to sort out the Toronto, the Fort Wayne. Let's sort out Fort Wayne Station first. We're going to swap it over onto, so we'll get rid of that. Fort Wayne outbound is going to be platform 1. Stations 2 and 3 are not connected. Alright. When we're in Detroit, we're going for platform 1. Now that's wrong. Why and what are you doing? Okay. Alright, alright. Right, you want to play stupid. That's okay. I can adapt. If I delete that... Oh, it doesn't want to. We don't need that signal anymore. We're going to put a brand new 3-aspect signal here. Alright, I need you on the outside one. So what I'm going to say is I want you to pass there. There we go. Okay, Hamilton signal 6. And then in you go all the way into Toronto, just as you always would. So that's now, this section is exactly as it was before. Now the only problem I'm going to have are any trains. So there's one. I'm going to have an issue with any train that is currently on the wrong side. That's the issue I'm going to have. So there's another. Now it would be a miracle if all the trains are on the right side right now. They actually are. There's no way. You're at... Where are you? You're here. You're doing completely fine. You are on the right side. You're fine. This one might... Nope, you're on the right side. You're fine. You're on the right side. You're on the right side. You're not. There we go. There's bound to be one. So it's you that is not on the right side. And let's see what others. You're doing fine. And you're doing absolutely fine as well. So it's just for one train. Amazing. Amazing that it's just that one train that's on the wrong side. So all we need to do is give it a way to cross over. That's all we need to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to... Well, that's just silly. Like that. I can give it a much slower one, of course. There you go, a 40 or 30 mile an hour swap. That should allow the trains to go across. Fantastic. Right, so we've managed to get the Can-Am sorted. Next up, even though I'm almost out of time, let's see if we can work out which other one is going to be really important for us to work out. We've got, so the Can-Am is okay. 20th Century Limited and the Fort Wayne, these two are going to be issues. So we need... Alright. We need this one to go up there. And then we need this one to come back down here. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to have from here. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be very interesting. So it's going to come over onto this track, contraflow for, you know, about 50 or 60 meters, and then go over again. I mean, it works. It does work, and I've seen trains do that. So there'd be a signal here, and a train would come over and across, and then that one would continue along its way. So that's what we need. We need a signal right here. I think we only need a 2. Yeah, this one we literally just need a 2. There we go. Okay. No, you're wrong. You've got that wrong. I want it the opposite way around. So Philadelphia, Madison. Oh, autosave. And this is where I'm going to end the episode. As soon as I get this fixed up, I'm going to end the episode, and the next episode will continue along the way. Let's get rid of all the stations like that, and then we'll work it out one at a time. This is the best place for us to start, though. So Fort Wayne. Out of Cleveland, I need you to go on to platform 3. That's good. And then out of Chicago, I need you to go on platform 2 or 1. Now I need you on platform 2. Okay, that's going to help us now. That's going to really help us, because we can now understand where it's going to get stuck. But that's where I'm going to end. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Transport Fever. Leave a comment in the comments box below letting me know what you think. I know this has been a bit of a dull episode, but unfortunately these things have to be done. And to be honest, it's actually quite interesting to see all the signaling and everything in action. It's not easy to do these kinds of things. So, you know, if you're looking for any signaling tips or anything, look at all those signals there. You might actually get something from this. So hopefully you have. I think I'll take this to be the screenshot. Thank you very much for watching once again, and don't forget to support me on Patreon. Link to that is in the description box below. I would massively appreciate your support. It would help me out a huge amount. And do stay tuned for my 2000th subscriber special. That should be coming out probably within a few days of this episode, so do stay on the lookout for that. I will see you guys next time in Transport Fever.